Hey guys, welcome to day 362. Yay! 362 of 365 days of practice. It has never felt like things are so close. I cannot believe it. I spent all day cleaning. Well, not all day, the afternoon cleaning. I was a little lazy this morning, and which is all right because our days with the kids school schedules is insane, so I'm taking it easy, which is so nice. And yeah, last night Sarah, the one that is directing the choir, who also is my mentor, she sent me a fifth song. She's not sure it translates on the organ, but I'm gonna see, and if it doesn't translate to the organ, because it's a piano piece, if it doesn't translate well to the organ like the other songs do, she will probably have our pianist friend do it. So I'm gonna test it out. It's Nearer My God to Thee. This one is arranged by David A. Zabriskie. Words are by Sarah F. Adams. Music is originally by Lowell Mason. So yeah, I'm gonna mess around with it. I'm not gonna read it like a pianist. I'm gonna read it like an organist. So I'll probably hold notes, like tie notes, or hold them for longer to help with the legato sound. So that's the plan, Stan. All right, I'm gonna get down to business because we're having a bunch of my girls' friends, a bunch of girls from church over for a late over. We don't do sleepovers, but we do late overs. So we're gonna watch Ever After, which is my favorite movie, and I work with these girls at church, so I consider them my friends too. And some of the other leaders are coming. It's an unofficial activity just because we weren't doing an activity this week, but we've been talking about doing a late over for a while, and trying to encourage some girls or trying to encourage friendship. All of our girls get along very well. There's a lot of unity at church, but there's not a lot of choosing to hang out outside of church, which isn't horrible. They all have their friends at church and stuff. I mean, at school and stuff, but it'd be fun if it started melding a little bit and they chose each other outside of church and hung out. So this is hopefully going to be a catalyst for that, maybe. The plan is to do this more often to try and make that happen, but we'll see if they're gonna choose what they do. So but I can love them and encourage. So this is me encouraging. be better on the piano. I'm gonna try and play it now as a pianist instead of an organist. And see, but the way that it's written, it just feels like it's better for piano. So let's see here. It's that one. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be better for a piano. I'm like half relieved and half sad because it'd be lovely to play. Like any excuse. Sorry, I'm just noticing that this is a little crooked, which is super frustrating. Now it's going to probably feel crooked the other way. Who knows? I can't tell. I don't know. I'm not the best at the videography thing. Alright, this one, since I'm not needing to turn more than one page and I'm going back, because there's a repeat, I'm doing it the long way on my video, on my iPad here. This one's because gonna do it again. Let's try that again. Keep playing that as a sharp when it's a natural. There we go, I remembered. All right, let's go on to close as a quiet prayer. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm playing this too fast, but she'll tell me how to fast to go. I forget that C that's up there. Solo down here. See that page turn again? Isn't that pretty? Solo. Then with the pedal way down here, I'm gonna put my slippers back on because it's cold on my feet. I'm actually quite warm, but I need my toesies to be warm too. Okay. Again. It's coming along. These songs are coming along. I'm not scared of them, which is good. The pedals, the wild card. I'm gonna be practicing this probably, I don't know. We'll see the next couple of days at the church. Definitely Thursday, maybe Saturday. again. Oh, I didn't hold the tie. Ugh. Okay. Go back to this part. I didn't hold the ties there. I'm gonna do that part again because it's really awkward. This part. You don't go, so here you're tying the G the whole time. And I want to play that G again, but you don't. That's what you do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so it's tripping me up because I want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. On the organ it sounds like it does that anyways when you're tying that, so it's not a big deal, but on the piano the sound is just a little different. That part. Bum, bum, bum. hold it for that long. There's no legato sound written or anything, but I love the juxtaposition between this, like your right hand legato, left hand staccato, more detached but not staccato. I think that's so pretty doing it like that. All right. Have I done any good in the world today? This is where I struggle because my hands are not big enough, but we will do as we can do with what we have. That was not quite understandable grammar, but we're gonna run with it. That was a wrong flat. Page didn't turn. I'm just gonna start at the beginning. I did that again. Again. All right. I'm getting too warm with my sandals, but my toesies were cold. Oh, man, this new outfit I have is really nice and warm, which is great. But it doesn't mean that my toes get to stay cold, and I don't like that. Okay. time. Oh, this one is written by David Zabriskie too, actually. So there's that. All right. I keep getting these texting messages. Let me turn on my do not disturb. All right, there we go. Nope. Let's try this parting. To do the C down here because I'm going to be playing that with my feet. part again, shall I? Because it's hard. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. How are you? Oi! Hey, what you doing? All right. Apparently he had an itch. That's gonna be good for today. Oh, I'm tired from all the cleaning, I think. Do that again. Acapella, acapella. I didn't count that. Acapella. I anticipated the key change too soon. Am I gonna have to write B flat right there? That's it. I've been playing the piano for 30 years. 30? No, hold. 31 years. As of a couple weeks ago, something like that. I should be making those mistakes. That's an elementary mistake. can do it on the pedal there. I'm not moving. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking around for a bit, buddy. Such a good boy. You're such a good boy. I love you. Dakota definitely is the mascot. It also makes sense because he matches the keys. He's like the keys, and his name is a musical name. So people always want to spell his name with a K, like Dakota, like Coda. And I'm like, that's not right. It's a musical term, not a name, not a normal dog Coda name. Here, come here, come. Up. Why must you hide from the people? Come here. There you go. Hi, puppy. Hi. How's my party? How's the party? You're such a weirdo. Come over here. Hey, come over here. Come. Hey, come here. Up. Good boy. Why are you biting me? Hey, done. You can't see it, but his tail is wagging. He thinks I'm all done. I'm not done yet. I still got more time. I know I've been practicing for 45 minutes, but dude, I've got some work to do. I gotta play for the choir in a week and a half. The other times I've played for the choir on the organ, I've had at least 3 months time to practice. And that felt like too short a time. The first time I had 4 months, and that was too short of a time, and somehow, by a miracle of God, I was able to learn the music in enough time, and it was okay. It was fine. It worked out. It wasn't my best, but I've been playing the organ for eight-ish years, but for 6 of those years I was playing it as a pianist and very heavily relying on the bass coupler. And 2 years ago, I can't believe it's been 2 years ago, I determined my goal was 2 years ago. For New Year's, my goal was to become better at the organ, and I know that was a desire given to me by God. I know it was, because I was given multiple opportunities to perform as a organist at church things. And big opportunities that were overwhelming, like playing Mac Wilberg choir music, which, for the first time accompanying a choir as an organist. I had accompanied choirs many times before this, but this was the first time as an organist, and the songs required you to play the pedal, and up until that point I hadn't really learned how to use the pedal. And so 2024 was my learning how to play the pedal year, and this year was my fine-tuning the pedal year. And so it's kind of crazy that I'm not even that stressed out with 1.5 weeks to go until we perform. And also I fully trust that whatever the Lord gives me to do, He will help me accomplish that thing. And so, because this is an assignment I've received, through His church, I have full confidence, and because I've received the support and miracles through Him to help me in the past 2 years with playing the organ for stuff, that I do not doubt that He will help me this time, and that the shortened time frame doesn't matter, that He will help me regardless, and He understands that I have less time, but I also am farther along in my skills, so playing the pedals doesn't stress me out anymore. So the biggest thing that I don't feel confident in is playing or figuring out the registrations. I'm still kind of iffy on that. I mean, I kind of understand. I understand them, but I don't know, me and Sarah are going to work on the registrations this week, but I don't know if she wasn't here. if my confidence would be very high to do them. I mean, I can kind of get the sound, but not exactly. And you almost need another person to stand back and be like, oh no, that's wrong, or that's not quite right. Which I have other people that are, I would consider them my mentors, or like my music colleagues, if you will, that I could reach out to, and they would come and listen and tell me truthfully, like, if it sounded right. So if she wasn't around, I could still do it, I guess, but it would be different. It'd be different. And so anyways, I'm grateful for her. So yeah, I'm very not stressed about this at all, which is a miracle in and of itself. I know the Lord will carry me along the path to performing in a week and a half. So if I do my part and do what I can to practice, then He will do His part and fulfill His promises to help me. I fully and completely trust that. And that is something that I trust with absolutely anything the Lord has like put on my heart to do. And when I fully surrender, which is something I'm working on, to Him, that I will be blessed, and He will for sure carry me to where He wants me to be, as long as I strive to do what He wants me to do and not try to do what I want to do on the path to what He wants me to do. Like, I need to follow the steps that He gives me, which is really hard to do because we all think, we know best, right? And that's not always the case. Most of the time it's not. All the time it's not, because God knows the best. And so, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to play through this again, and then I probably need to go prepare dinner. I don't want to. I'd rather go work on, I'm making pillow shams for my bed, because I made a quilt for my bed earlier in the year, and I took it to my mom and dad's house this month and got it quilted, and so it's on our bed, but I need to, the shams that we have don't match, and I'm very much like to make things if I can, because it's fun, sewing's fun, and so I'm working on shams that actually match exactly what I did on the binding, which is the edge of the quilt, and it's the same fabric, and the backing, it's probably my favorite fabric. It has my favorite colors on it. So yeah, I like to say that I've made stuff, the things that are in my house were created by me. It's like probably a prideful thing, but it's also, I have a lot of joy, find a lot of joy in creating and in making my home beautiful. So anyways, that is neither here nor there. I mean, as you can see, I have fun sewn colors all over the place, so it's just part of me. But it took me many years to be comfortable with embracing that, and so I just was kind of boring before, and then I was like, no, it's my house. I love color, so let's just embrace the color. And my husband reluctantly came along for the ride. I mean, he would come along for it. He doesn't like bold colors, and so poor guy, but he's okay with it. I didn't paint a wall pink, so he's okay with it. Nope, that was wrong. I've got to play that on the right spot. Love making a mistake the moment I start playing. That's fine. That was wrong. didn't do it that time. Dadgum. Ugh. Okay. I was getting lazy there. That's what I want to do. Let's start at the beginning of the page and see if I can remember it from there. Rock on. One more time. Yeah, that was right. Yeah. Yes, I did. That's right. Acapella, 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 lots more acapella, and then. I think I'm gonna just do that chord in both hands. Hi, puppy. Hi, sweet boy. How's my puppy? Hi, buddy. Hi. Nice to say hi. Thank you for saying hi to me. Thank you for saying hi. Coda's like, you guys. An hour is too long. Hey, look at me. Is your eye a little red? Hey, look up. Can you look at me for a second? Ah. All right. I could probably practice that some more, but it's almost been an hour. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it. Tomorrow I'm gonna work backwards. I'm gonna start with the hardest song, or not hardest. I'm gonna work from this song back to Because, so I can give a little bit more time to this song, and haven't done any good. So, all right, thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope that you're having a great week, a great last week of 2025. Are you ready for 2026? I'm ready. I'm hopeful. I feel really hopeful about what 2026 can look like. I think that the world, I feel, oh, you don't have any space there. I feel like the world is going a little crazy, but it always is going a little crazy. But I do believe that in our hearts, we can find peace. And in our little world sphere, we can find peace, and we can be creators of peace. We can be a not embassy, a bringer of peace. We can be the ones to cause peace to enter into other people's hearts, even in the crazy and even in the insanity of what our world is today. So this is the end of times, the last days. We're ramping up. We're preparing for the second coming of the Lord, and it is very exciting. But the prophecies have told us that with that comes a lot of calamities and rumors of wars and people's hearts failing them. And I think that means spiritually. But then we also know that more people will come closer to the Lord than ever before. And I've witnessed that a lot. There are people falling away from the church, but there are also people joining the church in record numbers and finding Jesus Christ. And even a lot of celebrities are coming out with that and talking about how Jesus saved them, which is huge. I think the world is being prepared for his coming, and more knees shall bow and tongues will confess. Like, more people will recognize that before he comes, that he is here. And I'm really excited about that. And I hope that will be part of the choir that welcomes him in, or something. It's going to be a glorious day. So, yep. But 2026 is going to be a great year. It's a great year for preparing. It's a great year for surrendering. I think I'm going to surrender. That's going to probably be my word of the year, is what I'm thinking. There was another word I thought of the other day. But I couldn't think of what it was. So we're just going to go to, he always needs me to scratch his butt. He's so weird. That's how we say hi. That's how he says hi to me. He's like, you must scratch my butt. And I'm going to try and rub it on you, and I don't let it rub it on me. So it's this constant fight. You're such a weirdo. You're such a weirdo. You're getting hair all over my nicely clean floor. Look at me. Look at me. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for joining me for day 362 of 365 days of practice. Have a great evening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.